Hello everyone, this is Linkimus Prime, and today we are taking a look at the Bandai Movie Monster Series vinyl Mecha King Ghidorah. Now, I do not have the tag on this figure. I do still own it though. I just do not have it on me at the moment. So this is, probably gonna piss some people off, but I'm not gonna lie, I just don't like the tags on the figures because they're too chunky and they just, I just don't like how they look. But this is an official figure, even though it doesn't have the tag on it. But But this is the 2018 version. So this is a fairly new figure, and it does look really good. Now this is, I think, just reissued from I think the original version, which I think came out in around 2005. I could be wrong about that. But this one does have a little bit of a better paint job from what I can tell. I do kind of like a lot more of the gold detail on this version, a lot more. But we do get a lot of the nice gold right here for basically just the non-mechanized parts. The silver also looks very nice on this as well. You do get a lot of other painted detail like the eyes, basically right here on the basically right here. So like you did the orange and the black people, and then you get the teeth, which are also nicely painted. My only gripe is probably just because the inside of the mouth is not really painted. There's no pink or red or anything like that for the tongue, so not a big deal, but just kind of wish that was a thing. But on the mechanized head, we do get these nicely painted teal colored eyes, and also like the red kind of head crest part right here. And everything else, like we do get the gold for the wings as well, but we don't get that on the back, which I feel like we were supposed to, but because there's really not much, you're not going to display this from the back. I guess it wasn't really a big priority on Bandai's end, but it does look pretty good though. You still get the nice like molded detail right there, but I really do prefer how the gold kind of on that silver looks on this side a little bit more. But we do get a lot of the more Heisei era kind of proportions as well, like just the chunkiness in the front. Only the two legs, just the giant wings and the two tails and the three heads and all that kind of stuff. So like basic kind of King Ghidorah, like classic looking King Ghidorah. So but yeah, this is a really nice looking figure in my opinion. Now Mecha King Ghidorah here does actually have some articulation, not a whole lot, but there is. We don't really get anything at the heads. I mean, it's kind of like a malleable plastic. I mean, it's just part of the vinyl, but we do get articulation in the legs, so they can rotate about this much forward and this much back. I think they can. They can't really go all the way around, and that's just because of all this stuff kind of blocking it. But the legs do move, so you do get some range there, and then the wings as well also rotate around like that. And you could also get it to where if you need to store it, or if you need to display it in a certain way, and you don't have like room for like the spread out wings, you could also do this as well. But because I don't really have that many Godzillas in my collection, or stuff, or like Godzilla stuff in my collection, I'm going to be keeping the wings spread out. So only 4 points of articulation, not bad. It's something. There's really nothing at the tail or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, you do get a fairly decent amount of articulation. I think the thing that I just prefer with these kinds of figures is just how they look, paint job and all that kind of stuff. Not really articulation or posability, but it's appreciated. I appreciate the fact that they included at least some articulation. But yeah, in terms of everything else, I mean, the detail, articulation, I think all of that stuff is pretty, yeah, it works. Now for another Heisei Godzilla comparison, here we have the SH Monster Arts 1989 Bio Goji, and I think these might be in scale. I'm not too sure. I feel like Ghidorah should be a lot bigger, but I think these two do actually look pretty good together. And finally, a comparison from my last review, the Playmates Godzilla 2014. How those look together. So anyways, guys, my final comments on this figure. I did pick this guy up for around 30 bucks, like 35 bucks. And I think you can probably find him for around the same price. If you can find him for less, I definitely recommend picking him up. But great figure. I love the sculpt. I love the paint. Articulation, not so much needed, but appreciated at the same time. But if you can find this Mecha King Ghidorah figure, highly suggest picking him up. But anyways, guys, that is about it. I know there wasn't too much to go off of in this review, but there wasn't too much to talk about in terms of just everything else like the sculpt and the paint. But you know, it looks great on this figure. Just not too much to really talk about on him. But anyways, that is about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.